Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good day. Just wait for a minute or two and then start. I think we can get started. You can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Meeting has been recorded. Antitrust policies. Everybody kindly request our head to them. Okay, let's get started. On the blueprints side, so we have ANSI here on the secure CTP. Okay, so ANSI, you had sent a mail regarding that thing, right? The intern thing.
Yes. Sorry, can you actually hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, sorry for getting back to you so late. So I came back from the 4-week vacation, and as soon as I saw your email, I tried to give you some sort of answer. I'm not sure if you had time to read it yet.
Uh, See, we hire based on a set of skills that are required to support these projects, right? So if you have seen, we gave them the two assignments that are related to these works. And whatever you mentioned, the kind of activities that you can expect them to do, I think we are covering most of them, like Kubernetes knowledge, setting up these things, basic Linux comfortability, and all those things. We are trying to cover it when we recruit intern for this thing. Uh, and what kind of work to do and how, and it's you will decide basically, because they will be reporting to you and they'll be working under you. You can assign them task by task as and when they go, right? So we can decide on the starting day also. For example, currently by looking at it, we can start from first week of August, or even if goes well, we can 1st of August. Um, then you can start assigning them the task. Then they will do it one by one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. For
So
example, if it's in here, you can just start them. Hey, just give it a try on the setting up the secure ZTP on the lab and all those things, so that they can get comfortable with certain things and plan the work accordingly.
yeah. So am I like, for example, responsible for getting the credentials for them and so on, or
We will help you. We will help you.
Yeah,
So that's
I
where
can
our
help
next
with that.
topic on
Once
the, yeah.
I'll need email addresses and usernames and that sort of thing, and I can get them VPN credentials.
Yep.
yeah, okay. Okay, sure.
Uh,
Yeah. So, of course, like because we are talking about like internship, so I was a bit worried that if I list all of them like requirements, so then we won't get anybody to sign up. But uh, do you think the uh, the requirements were okay that I included in the email, or?
Yeah, that looks okay. I think that looks okay. See, most of the things these kids of late, right? They all use these LLMs to get the job done, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
probably. Yeah.
so it should be okay as long as the attitude is good. Uh, So we test those things. We give them the hands-on assignments, and we see how well they do, and how I mean, what additional things they do. Also, we can see how motivated they are to do more things. Right? And communication is one of the biggest thing that we see, whether they can communicate properly. We all work remotely. If the communication is not good, then it creates a huge problem.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. So um, uh, so most likely it will take a couple of weeks for me to like iron out the actual plan and get familiar with it myself also, and then well, most likely most likely we can get like a intern for that period, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you expect, for example, if you expect them to work full time, we have one intern who has no classes or anything. They can work full time. Among the five we have shortlist. I will give the update later. If you want them to be full time working, that's also fine. If you want them to be part time, that's also okay. We can consider and provide accordingly with those skill set that you have mentioned. And you can first start with like a learning period of 1 week. They spend and do and master and get comfortable with certain things. Then start assigning the task week by week.
Yeah, makes sense. So about the lab and the servers, uh, I actually included those in the email also, but
Correct.
why not ask it here also? But
Yeah.
so, for example, if I want to set up a Kubernetes, for example, or OpenShift or anything like that, would it make sense for me to set it up on my own server and just use the labs DPU cards, IPU cards as needed? Or or do we already have like a virtual environment that we can use for the test machines and so on?
Merchant, do you want to take that one, or you want me to try and?
I mean, VMs we don't have. You can create VMs if you want. We have containers. So if you want to use containers, that Docker should already be deployed. And server-wise, you just pick the server that has a smart NIC that you want to use it. And yeah, I mean, deploy what you need on it, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
would
So
be
we
okay to use the, for example, the DPU host machine.
Yeah. And
Yes.
you can call me or set a meeting for like an hour when you are ready to start, and I can show you. There is a server that does the management stuff where we can put all the CI stuff. That's separate from the servers with the DPUs. And then we have a server where we can run tests, and then we have the servers with the DPUs. So I don't know, just call me and I can give you, you know,
Yeah, that would be
quick run around of the lab.
yeah, that would be wonderful. To anything to get more familiar with the OPI lab.
Yeah, I think in
But
general, the lab at the moment is not heavily utilized, so you should not be too concerned about sharing the resources too much.
right, yeah. I think the World Tech IT also listed the Bluefield tree in their blueprint. So if
Yes.
we are trying to both get it like ready for ready for the before the OPI summit, so most likely, well, hopefully we won't be like a well, both using it or resetting it and so on at the same time. But I guess we can work it out anyway.
I guess what I'm saying is we don't really have many systems in place to share the resources. But yeah, if you know someone else is using it, you should coordinate with them on a
Yeah,
human.
of course. Sure.
So, see, this one has this blue field. Which one? This one has blue field 3, right?
The server management.
The DPO host 9.
Oh, DPU host 9. I thought you were pointing to server management. Yes.
Okay. So if I go here, we have this ASUS. So this DPU here, is this BF3?
No, I don't think it is.
Or oh, here it is Bluefield 3, correct.
Yeah.
So this is the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay. And do we have only one Bluefield 3, Mircha?
We have a
From
Bluefield
what
2
I
and a
know,
Bluefield
yeah.
3.
Yeah, one BF2, one BF3.
Is it okay if we procure one more?
Yep. Totally fine. If you can.
Yeah, we do have budget for hardware also, right? So I can initiate the procurement. Maybe in another 1 month we can get it.
If it's not like sold out everywhere.
That's what I think when Paul said if you can.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If you can, you can order one.
Yeah, sure.
Does anybody know any contacts that they can get one? Okay, let me check. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, then you will have to set up, if you're using Kubernetes, then a single node cluster on this one and try it out, demonstrate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we can probably go over with Mercia later, but yeah, over how the lab seems and works and so on. Yeah.
Then maybe when you do that, we can create a recording of it so that we can reuse it for others.
Yeah. Yeah. I would be happy to like write some documentation over it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So for the storage and security blueprint, we don't have any takers for now. If that's is that understanding correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, sorry, Shraddha. Yeah, we talked about this last week. Yeah, so the general understanding, Tim is here, that's good, is that we should move forward with the academic
Okay.
route for this. I think the one question is we do have quite a bit blueprint activity going at this time. So the question is if you feel the timing is right.
So I'm just documenting if required. I will note it if people come back and we can explore actively the academic route.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the second summit, everything is out now. My request you to please uh, post it. Request 07. Request members to uh, market it. I don't know what is the better term there, and share it.
Share it on your social medias. Put it on your.
Yeah, post it in your social media.
I think the jargon is to amplify it.
Yeah, amplify it. Oh, sorry. Social media posts. Okay, and the reviewers still the three, Josh, Paul, and Simon. So we'll use them as the reviewers. Okay. Yeah. So you guys had opportunity to take a look at this one, the DPU operator. So let me. I had shared this as a thing. So they were. I mean, mainly two options are the ones which we maybe I'll make it big. Yeah. So these two options are the ones that would make a lot of sense, and especially the one with the hybrid option, having the VSP translator and a LCM lifecycle manager would align with the current OPI DPU operator. So according to the analyst, this option is the best option we should take as a TSC. And with this option, we can include mainly two things. One is on the what is it, data-driven declarative composition engine, if required to enhance it. Instead of having hard code in Golang, we can use this data models, either it's cross-plane or KRO, to have this data model. And we can, going ahead, we can also enhance it to include a aggregated API server to do it. These two are the additional enhancements that we can make to that approach. Yeah, that's a quick summary of this whole thing and who all made and what kind of submissions. We don't have to go into that. My request is, have you gone through these main two approaches, and do you think uh, starting with this approach is the best option for us for now?
Yes, I did review this, but it must have been a while ago because I don't remember what I thought about it. Yeah, I would like a little more time. I'll try to get back to you this week.
Okay. Okay. So please go through that. So I had this slides also. I can share it. Basically, currently we have the single operator, which also has this. It runs on every node also, right? To understand those things and expects the VSP kind of approach. And we have this. The NVIDIA uses this tenant clusters also. They use Kamaji. I think OpenShift also has an alternative to Kamaji, where you have this additional clusters also running on the DPU tenant cluster. And I will send this slide. I can remove this slide. This slide is not important for now. The first one, the hybrid pattern is better, and why that is better is summarized here. And mainly the three parts in this one, having a VSP plugin on and which runs on every cluster, both every nodes, and we have a translation controller, which is a singleton and runs translates whatever this thing. And we also have a lifecycle manager, which transparently handles the deployment and of the DPF operator as is kind of a thing. So the user of this thing will not even notice the DPF being using as is internally, and so that we need this LCM also part of this solution. Okay. And yeah, so the boundaries between these things, how we can manage. The details are here and nicely. These slides are also created by Gemini, right? So you can see that. And this approach, we can also use it going ahead for AMD scenario also. One very important point that I would like to highlight is I want feedback from the TSCs on this part. Tuck, 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 tuck. This section. This section. Okay. See, we can consider to bring some APIs from the DPF operator to introduce into our OPI, at least the basic things. Uh, so please take a look at it, and you see if it's okay to introduce these APIs into our OPI. Basically, learning from the DPF operator also and bringing these APIs into OPI. If you think these things make sense, then we can discuss and we can talk to API who is driving, and see if we can introduce these APIs also in our case. And I have looked at it, mapping them to existing Intel and Marvel is pretty straightforward. This table also tells that it is very realistic and we can do it. On this one, we have to confirm for the Marvel supporting on the additional cluster, the DPU clusters kind of a thing. But it more or less maps pretty easily. So there is a potential to learn from DPF operator to bring some of these APIs. So please take a look at this section, this too. Does it make sense to take some APIs from DPF operator and bring it to OPI kind of?
So I think the philosophy of so firstly, I think this good idea. I think the philosophy of the DPU operator was to take a minimalist approach as a starting point, and that's what it's done. I definitely think looking at other implementations, in this case DPF, for ideas is great, and incorporating them as appropriate. I can't easily say whether or not these specific ones are or aren't. But I like the way you've arranged this table in the columns, because I think a good way of validating ideas is if they can be implemented or they make sense on different vendors' equipment. So yes,
Yeah.
I definitely think we should consider this kind of approach.
So you've exposed these by finding gaps in the operator functionality we have today versus what DPF provides? Sure.
Correct. So I was asking, hey, those additional APIs that DPF operator uses, and are there some things that make sense for us also to take and reuse while discussing with LLMs, those things, this was created. Yeah.
So these are all the ones it suggested, but we have to
Yes,
review them and see whether they all make sense or not.
correct. See, and it also tells whether it's realistic for our existing vendors that we support, with it, both Intel and Marvel, and how realistic it is and how easy to. For example, these two, it says we can directly maps that onto it, whereas the first one, which is much more straightforward, and we can use it and directly do it for fleet provisioning, and the purpose is this purpose that they're using in DPF. And even on the those things, workload delivery also, they have this DPU service, as they call it. We can see and we can decide. We can decide on the names also, but we can consider the purpose why it has been created. Whether it's for fleet management or tenant control or workload delivery or networking.
Okay. So do we have access to this
Yeah, I have
document?
sent over email, right? I have sent over email this HTML to everybody.
Okay.
When did you send it?
Yeah, I don't think I got it.
I don't have it.
Hey, just a second.
I got an email with the two proposals and a comparison table.
No, this was sent almost 2 weeks back.
2 weeks back. Okay. I'll look further back.
So just give me a second. Send.
Yeah, I received it. So, but maybe send it again, Shraddha.
Yeah, please send it.
Sure.
I couldn't find it.
Definitely. Oh yeah, man. I thought on 10th, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, I will resend it. Oh, because I sent it to TSC private. If you can check in that, if you received that.
That's why I didn't receive it.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah.
That's
No, I
okay.
sent. Yeah, I will resend it. I will resend it. Okay. How did I miss it? Yes. So,
I think you can add Paul to TSC private.
yeah. Okay. So I had sent to this TSC private list. Uh, maybe some are missing. Let me also confirm right away so that.
And Just
Oh,
just
from
and see.
Intel, I have to update the TSC private. Yeah. Hey, so Surya, I had invited you to join that mailing list. Maybe it's still pending. It shows that it's still pending. Oh, that's why you also didn't receive. Okay, let me resend it. So I have
Oh,
requested what are the sections to review. Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
see
could
to it to see if I can
just
find.
you also just CC everyone who's present here today.
Yep. Uh, uh, I will. It's here. Okay. And Mircha, did you receive?
I am not sure. I can look for it. I was on vacation.
Okay.
Any chance of getting a copy?
Oh, of course, of course. Okay, Ansi, Ansi. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You did send it, Sridhar. I did find it.
Okay. And then, yeah. What is that, Josh? I will also send to Josh. Because whoever is active and whoever members and also send it. Okay. Okay, good.
Did you include me also, Sridhar?
I did add you.
Okay, I will check a moment. I'll ping you if I still don't get it.
Sure, sure. Okay. Yeah, I did add you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So this is one section we need feedback. Now, maybe next week we can or do it online approval. We can start this activity of operator development thing. So please go through this design. Next week we will take up for approval. Um, TSC to review this further on 07. But it will take up forwarding to kickstart the development. So we have identified the student who worked like really good on this one, so that we can. I think he's very eager to get started. Uh, Looking at it, I'm pretty confident he can do a good job.
Just
Okay.
to clarify real quick. So basically you or the LLM just looked at the NVIDIA's docs for the current like DPFs and
Hmm.
then made some educated guess that how or which one of those could be applied to other DPU cards or
Oh no, so sorry, maybe I missed on the giving the background. So what one of the assignments was to for the students to use LLMs to come up with a design for adding NVIDIA support to OPI's DP operator. NVIDIA or AMD, these kind of support. We started with NVIDIA. They can look at the DPF operator. I mean, not they can use LLMs to look at the DPF operator and come up with a design. What is the best approach to integrate or add NVIDIA support to OPI's DP operator? So that was the assignment. Around 28 students worked on it and they submitted, and we ranked them who has done how and all those things. And based on their submissions, we have evaluated the submissions through Cursor, the Claude, and Opus and other things, and analyze their submissions and find the gaps in their submissions and identify which is the best approach through LLM and what we can take from the DPF operator as an APIs to the OPI's DP operator and what are the next steps, how to proceed. what to start with, what are the additional features to add, for example, declarative composition engine, aggregated API servers to add, and what is the progression to follow, and how to ensure that it doesn't break the existing design approach, and also makes best use of upstream as is, because DPF operator might continue to grow and develop in a way. We should ensure that we don't fork it and keep it maintained. We don't have to do such things. We should be able to use as is kind of. So with those constraints, we asked them to design, and we analyzed, and like a wisdom of crowd idea, right? So still they could come up with design that's acceptable and which is definitely worth trying. Now the idea is to start this development again, use cursors and other things to do the development, test it out in our lab, and see if it works with all the three vendors. Even if you add a new API, right, that should be tested for across all the three vendors also.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
it make sense, Hansi?
Yeah, it makes sense. I just have to get more into it that I can
Sure.
actually actually understand it. But
Sure.
yeah, it makes sense, and it's nice to hear that the API work is ongoing.
Correct. So just to give for a background information, I have also added a section on what is Kamaji and DPU tenant cluster, and also cross cluster flow that can happen. Thing how the host to Kamaji to host happens. So those descriptions also I have added so that we can understand. And in these figures, you will also see the host cluster and the tenant cluster for which approach, where these things are happening and what is happening. So whatever you see in the brown things are the new DPF components, unmodified they're using. And the green is the pattern that introduces. Okay, so in this approach, we have these three components: the lifecycle manager, translator, and the sidecar, the VSP. Whereas in this approach, we just a single thing, right? There is nothing else is added. Okay, so yeah, please go. Only the first two approaches are worth spending time. Don't spend much time on the other two. They are kind of incomplete, I'd say. And how to complement these two approach with additional things like data-driven models and also the aggregator model. These two. And importantly, the APIs that we can take. Which one, for example, even the simplest, if you take a DPU set or a DPU flavor or a DPU image, these three very basic things, we can test it out against Intel's and Marvel's DPUs also.
Yeah, it makes sense. So so basically, if NVIDIA goes and changes something, so how does that affect what OPI's API?
Correct. So that's where we have I showed this three, or maybe in the slide. Yeah. So these three components, right? The translation controller kind of thing. So this will be the one which will need some modifications, some minor changes whenever those changes happens.
Okay. Yeah.
And my hope is that once we have something like this, we can bring NVIDIA back into the fold, and they won't be upset that we're not using their operator, which seems to be one of the main reasons that they left, is that we were going a different direction with an operator than just using theirs. So by showing that, hey, your operator has merit, we're using it, we're just shimming to it, creating a vendor specific plugin for it, that they'll come back to the table and give us, if not coming back as a full member, they'd at least participate in, hey, we're having updates to DPF. You might want to be aware that this new thing is coming. So that's my hope.
Yeah, very true. Okay.
And I guess we can get some like feedback back from the other manufacturers as well.
Yes. Hoping we can do that as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
To 35 to 5. So we are currently shortlisted 5. The interview of 5 students is completed. Recordings are also available. Okay. So the idea is to, depending on the thing, we can pick 2 to 3 students for this one. One for World Tech IT, one for Fusion Layer, and one for the DPU operator development. Okay, and we also, this is also ready. We can provide provide one to blueprint owners. And okay, the last topic for today, at least. So I will send for those who are not familiar. I had sent this to only to Simon and Tim. I can send it to others. So we received two proposals from very similar proposal to offload telco workloads on DPUs and IPUs from these. This is a research organization OEI, and this is academia NUS. So they uh, I looked at both the proposals and I had shared with both Simon and Tim. NUS ones looks very promising. You can take a look at it. Simon also shared the feedback, and they're very valid feedbacks also. They don't have any vendor constraints. They all have all vendors DPUs in them in their lab, and they are a telco group. They work on these things. So they are ready to support this thing, and the expectation is also very minimal, just like a 2 internship cost expectation. That sounds very reasonable part thing, right? And uh, and the good thing is they have done these kind of activities on this DPU. They're working a lot. It seems they said we have a lab with all these things. OAI does not have a lab on this DPUs and IPUs, and they haven't used it, but they want to try it out because they have their own telco workload, right? So I will share with other members in the call. If you are interested, please let me know. I will forward you the proposals. I think it is worth pursuing because we are talking to entity also and other telcos going ahead. So this might be a good use case for the telcos to explore, to use DPUs and IPUs to offload their workloads. If you remember, in the last OPI summit, entity actually gave a presentation where they kind of offloaded the core networks UPF, right? So that one they had offloaded, and they're very keen on this use case, entity Docomo. So I believe we should consider this option, and it will add value for us also for OPI to this use case with very minimal cost. I request TSC members to also to take a look at this proposal again and let me know your feedback. Should we pursue or not to pursue? And if we are pursuing, which one to pursue? So I will forward these proposals. If anybody else wants to review, please let me know your name. Now I can forward it to you. You let me know yes or no and which one.
Yeah, can you forward to me as well?
Yeah,
Sridhar. Thank you.
sure. Anybody wants to review it and give your feedback? So Simon also mentioned if you anybody to reach out to any OPI also, if anybody is working closely with the telco domain, they can also take a look at it. Within OPI, if we have somebody at maybe FI also would be knowing. Tim, you can also check it out from your team. If somebody is in telco guys, who would be take a look at it and review it. Mm. I can also, within LFN, we have quite a few experts who can also take a look at it. And yeah. Uh, so as I also work with other projects in ORAN, we have in lab we have this use case is actually very interesting for the ORAN folks also in the labs. Once we have this use case, we can reach out to this ORAN community and demonstrate there in the ORAN community, telling that hey, this DPUs and IPUs can be used to offload your workloads thing. So reaching out to this telco open source projects to collaborate will also help us, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Any other comments, feedback? Okay. Any other topic? That's all I had from my side. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. See you all next week then.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Sridhar. That's excellent stuff we're looking at. So thanks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.